beautiful soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn back with another Divine Masculine Collective message. Hope everybody's doing fabulous out there today. Surviving these freaking crazy ass energies. They have been so immense and intense. We've been on blast for days. Or at least that's the way it feels. So, hang in there. We got this. Rest, rest, rest. Shout out to all of my new and existing subscribers. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting me on my channel. Those of you that are familiar with my recent lives, you probably recognize the dice. I went ahead and went ahead and already rolled them, just to save the noise. I think I might do, when I incorporate the dice with the recorded messages, I think I will probably do the dice first, like before I start recording. That also gives me a chance to examine not only what's showing, but also what's facing me, and just kind of get a broader spectrum picture of what's going on without taking the time on the video. I feel like it saves time for the video, but also goes deeper into the message, so you get more for less. More bang for your buck. Even though there's no bucks. Anyways. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for the dice. But what I've got so far is it's looking like the Divine Masculines are having a lot, we're all having a lot come up right now to be released and purged, but the Divine Masculines especially. And I feel like they're coming to some heavy realizations about themselves and the situations that they've, gotten themselves into. And for this particular group of Divine Masculines, I feel like some illusions are being illuminated and moved past or worked through. Like, I feel like there's an active... I feel like something was sparked in the Divine Masculine, and now it's like he's going down the rabbit hole to figure out why. Like, the dam there was a crack in the dam and then it burst, basically. So now it's like he got a little piece of information or something was revealed to him, and now I don't feel like he can get enough. But he's coming to terms with the fact that he maybe got into this, because this I figure is a karmic relationship, because we got the Queen of Swords up here in reverse and the Page of Swords, and I feel like that is the karmic partner realizing. This could be either the Divine Masculine is telling the karmic partner because he's realizing, or because of his behavior they are realizing. But the Divine Masculines have really come to the fact that they entered into this relationship basically ungrounded, and not really going into it for like the emotional aspect of it, or like love, so to speak. They really were just looking for sex at the time, and I feel like they just really see, I wrote down a couple things. Hold on. What did I write down? Yeah, they started this relationship without dealing with their buried emotions from past relationships, or past relationship, whatever. And I feel like it was never going to be, the Ten of Cups. It was never going to be the whole happy life type situation. And I feel like on a deep level, both parties knew that. But on an egoic level and on a surface level, both parties have really been wearing masks. And the karmic in this situation, very off balance right now. Very, very out of balance. Um, they're starting to realize that, this isn't going anywhere, and, maybe it wasn't the relationship that they thought it was, or the feelings weren't that they thought they were. And so they're, like, angry and bitter and envious and jealous, and I feel like it's because the divine masculines have been, either consciously or unconsciously, because this could totally be unconscious, that they've been revealing their feelings for the divine feminine over a period of time. Like I said, very much could be unconsciously. They may not even realize they're doing it, but the karmic partner certainly does. And again, we got the Ten of Cups in the upright, but in its position with the other cards, it's saying that it's not the Ten of Cups. And then you've also got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here. Yeah, and it was never going to be the Ten of Pentacles, because it's always been a third party situation. Because the divine feminine has always been a part of this situation, whether it was in the physical or just energetically on the spiritual level. So it was never going to be. Hold on, my eye just. But yeah, it was not meant to be more. It was very much karmic. It was very much a learning lesson. Things that both parties had to go through to help them heal in some level, or on some level in some way. Yeah, we got the Ace of Cups in reverse. We got the Ten of Cups in the upright, but like I said, it's aspected with the Eight of Cups. Just the way it's aspected, it's not in the positive. And then we got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. So 4 of the major relationship, twin flamey, soulmate type cards all in the reverse. So, and I feel like this is the realization that both parties are coming to, even if both parties don't want to admit it yet. But I do feel like the karmic partners in these situations could be very vindictive. So be aware of any toxic behaviors. The Hermit. So yeah, the Hermit, the Moon, and the Magician. Yeah, things are definitely being illuminated. The path is being lit. Yeah, Lovers in reverse. Seven of Wands. So I feel like the divine masculines, once they actually start coming into these realizations, having these epiphanies, they're going to start standing their ground with the Seven of Wands, defending themselves, defending the situation, or not defending this situation, but defending, because once they understand this higher perspective, the lessons and why this all had to happen, like it was necessary, and they can remove blame and shame and fear and all of that. Once they can do that, then they're going to try to explain to the karmic partner the same sentiments. They're going to try to get the karmic partner to understand from their level of perspective and understanding. We'll see. I don't necessarily think that the karmic partner will at this time. I mean, I think they will eventually because I feel like that's part of the divine plan. But at this time, I think, again, they're just going to be, I'm hearing rude. That's rude. So, I don't know exactly what that means in, terms of action or what they're actually going to do, but, whoa, okay. They went two different directions. These three popped this way, and this one popped over here. That's funny because this is, okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. Page of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. King of Swords in reverse. Okay, we've got the King and the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is like the Divine Masculines trying to, because I feel like this was a relationship that I feel like it was always kind of on the edge. Let me see if I can explain what I mean by that or what I'm getting by that. It's like maybe real gossipy, maybe real bitchy, judgmental, not towards each other exactly, but kind of come together to be very harsh, judgmental, like buddies, Almost like Walmart people watching and just, saying mean things about everybody that walks by. But kind of like that, like a very sharp relationship. And so I feel like in the beginning, it brought them together being, with the banter and the judgment on, outwards, and the harsh language and things like that. But now I feel like it's turning inwards because it's all a reflection. It's showing them what they've been putting out. They are creating within the relationship. And that's what the relationship has been based on. Like that has been the relationship. So, and I feel like it's, and I don't think the Divine Masculines are the only ones that entered into this relationship with suppressed feelings and not dealing with their emotions and, I feel like this was both parts actually. And so all of that, because this was entered into just basically from a higher perspective, entered into for the lessons, and the soul growth. So yeah, this is really just meant to highlight the areas that each person was burying. Got the Strength in reverse. Yeah, I feel like with the Strength in reverse and the Lovers in reverse, saying that, like, instead of strengthening, like I was saying, the way that this come together, common, coming together through common interests, I guess. But then this is really highlighting the weaknesses, the cracks in the armor of this relationship, and of each individual, because it's really not about their relationship, so to speak. Like, the relationship is a byproduct of, or well, the healing will be a byproduct of the relationship, but if you look at it from a higher perspective, it really is all just about the healing. So, yeah, we got the 5 of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is the Knight of Swords. I feel like this is quick. And then you got the Justice, yeah. Yeah, there's a need to to put this to rest, to It's time for the verdict, I'm hearing. Um, and just lower the hammer. I don't know. Lower the hammer. I don't know. Anyway, so okay. Also, I feel like this is okay because I feel like again we've got the karmic partner. I get the like not stable, not balanced. Um, Maybe mentally and emotionally. Uh, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like it's just something that they're gonna have to work through and deal with. That doesn't make them a bad person. Um, I'm really trying to helps take some of the negativity out of the way people see these karmic relationships or karmic partners, because it's all necessary. 2, 4, 6. Okay, one more card. But I feel like this is the divine masculine, you know, letting the karmic partner know that, this isn't working and, basically why it's not working and that they have unresolved feelings for the divine feminine that they've got to work through or deal with. Um, and that basically with the Ten of Wands here in reverse with the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Wands in reverse, I'm really getting that the divine masculines are having to be firm with the karmic partner about not being responsible for their emotions and how they feel. Like I kind of am getting that in the past the karmic has used emotional manipulation on the divine masculines in order to get them to stay, which is part of the lesson. Um, but this is the divine masculine realizing that this has been emotional manipulation and basically saying, I'm not responsible for how you feel. You're responsible for how you feel. So, and I don't think they're doing it in a mean way. They might be, but I feel like it's more of a King of Swords. Even though we've got the King of Swords in reverse, I feel like that's just when we were talking about like those kind of harsh partners coming into the partnership. But I also feel like there is a King of Swords energy that is like firm but fair, very decisive, and maybe not showing a whole lot of emotion about the situation, but being more like analytical about it and what's the word? Practical, I guess. A Page of Wands in reverse is at the bottom of the deck. So, and then we have the World too. So yeah, this is definitely the need to end a cycle to begin a new cycle. I feel like this relationship has served its purpose. Like there still could be lessons that need to be learned, but I feel like for the most part, some of the lessons may be learned like after the fact. Possibly more so on the karmic's end. Um, their realizations could come after the breakup. But I feel like the divine masculines, they're getting clear. And it's through self-realization. It's not like anything that the karmic partner necessarily did or, anything from the external. It's them going inside, I feel like, and realizing how they got where they're at right now. Like, what thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions put them in the situation that they're in right now that I feel like they're very unhappy in. Kind of just going through the motions, dying a little more each day. I feel like it's caused a lot of issues in their finances. And I also am getting that I feel like this entire relationship, they've kind of just given minimal, like, some of the readers call it, say, breadcrumbs. um, or that could just be realizing that, that could be like settling, and they realize that, in this entire situation, they don't want to settle, or they're not going to settle. Get a couple of chakra cards. Got forgiveness, mysticism, prayer, and recovery in reverse. So I feel like those are saying basically, the divine masculines are working on forgiving themselves and others. This also could be dealing with childhood, like forgiving parents or something like that. Something from childhood, some kind of forgiveness. This mysticism come in. I did a reading last night for the divine masculines that I didn't upload, and mysticism come in reverse. And I felt like when it did, that's what I was pausing about just a second ago. Is I was like, how does this factor in now? Because I feel like when it came up last night, it was basically saying like the divine masculines were the fear of the unknown type situation, like the fear of occult knowledge and stuff like that. But I feel like I feel like the recovery in reverse is the divine masculines basically fighting. They've been fighting this process. And they may not totally have all the answers yet. The key, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a key in that. And since this is in the reverse, but I do feel like maybe through prayer, meditation, even could be sleep, because I get the Four of Swords energy kind of from this prayer card. Also a sunny, summery day. It's got lemonade on it. Well, and two, yeah, this is them praying for things to get better. Praying for a better life. Praying for change. And yeah, definitely a need for forgiveness. And to soothe. I think there's some inner child wounds and healing that is either being done or needs to be done in order to recover. And I feel like with the mysticism, this is them actually about to step up to the door to, open that door to the next level. And they may not realize that they have the key. Or they may be at the door and not realize that they have the key. So yeah, that's what I've got. If you guys enjoyed this reading, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Excuse me. Share if you think somebody else might enjoy the videos or would like to see them. And what else? Oh, if you're interested in personal private readings or any of the other services that I offer, that information is in the description box below. If you do get some kind of insights or guidance or what have you out of these readings and you would like to do an energy exchange donation, those are always accepted and greatly appreciated. And thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys. And this is Angel of the Dawn. Same peace, love, and light out. Until next time.